Okay, howdy everybody, Tony down at Green's Motorcycle Salvage again, and today we have a 2007 Kawasaki ZZR 600. It does have a rebuilt title, asking $4,000 for it. Outside of the racing style body kit, it is a stock motorcycle. It is a very, very comfortable motorcycle. It is carbureted. The ZZRs are all carbureted, but it doesn't really run like the carbureted bike. It has a more instant throttle response to it. And one of the neatest things about this bike is, I know most people aren't concerned with storage, but if you look in here, this thing's actually got something more akin to a trunk rather than just under-seat storage, which is absolutely insane. It blew my mind the first time I saw that, how much you can store in that thing. But here we go. Let me get it going here. It's got just over 5,000 miles. Let's get the gauges up and going. 5,002 miles, and I'll go ahead and start it up for you so you can hear it running. And there we go. It fires right up. It actually has a clock on it as well, which is always cool to see. It has temperature gauges there to go with it, and I'll rev it up for you here. So there we go, that's it. It's a 2007 Kawasaki ZZR 600, and now it's time for my favorite part, go for a ride. Okay, howdy y'all. Tony down at Green's Motorcycle Salvage again, and it's time, like I saw earlier, I'm on the 2007 Kawasaki ZZR 600, and this is, I like power. I don't know that I mentioned that before. I like power, I like speed. It's fun. This thing, it gives you the power and speed. It's really weird. It's a rather comfortable bike. It reminds me, I hate to draw that conclusion, but it reminds me of the Katana, how comfortable it is. But it wants to snap upright. You roll on the throttle, and if you're coming out of a turn, it just wants to come right up. You don't have to do anything with it. It knows where it wants to be, and it does it perfectly. And it is a carbureted bike, doesn't have quite that super quick response, but the J-models, the ZZRs, are just impeccable bikes. You can't really beat them. Even though it's a carbureted bike, it runs and feels like a lot like the fuel injected bikes. It's got a quick response to it. It's not like neck snapping quick like one of the SVs from Suzuki with the V-twin. But nothing quite snaps like that at any RPMs. The nice thing about this, though, is it has a much lower power band on it, or it gets into the power band a lot sooner than other crotch rockets, and so it's really fun because you can be down around 5,000–6,000 RPMs, and it's going to start pulling really nicely like it's a bigger bike. And then, of course, it really comes to life after you get up over $8–9 grand. And it's insanely comfortable. And I know it's something that not many people look at, but under the back seat, it literally has a trunk. I've got a friend who had one. He could put a couple 20-ounce bottles in it, had his cell phone in it, a couple pairs of gloves, a baseball cap, and there's still room to put a little, like small stuff like a candy bar or crackers or something in there too. So I mean, it's a trunk back there underneath the seat, which isn't something that you really look at on the bikes, especially on the crotch rockets, on sport bikes, but it has something that most bikes don't, in that it has storage space, which is kind of nice if you're not going to be doing anything where you need a backpack. That's rather nice to have. The bike itself, I know my friend who had one, his was trashed. It was an 06, and he got close to 60 miles to the gallon on it, so I would imagine he babied it for the most part. Not that you can ever really completely baby them, but he rode it pretty easy, and so I mean, I would say 50 to 60 miles to the gallon is what you could expect economy wise. So not only does it give you the power of the inline 4, but you also get the economy of a V-twin, which is absolutely insane. Blows my mind that Kawasaki discontinued these motorcycles because of how just how well rounded they were. They're a great learner bike. They're a big, comfortable bike. It's got a giant tank on it. It doesn't feel to be very wheelie prone, which would come from the little older style. So it's a little longer bike, a little heavier bike. So it's not, doesn't feel like it's very wheelie prone, which is nice. The brakes on it are really good. I can't say anything bad about this bike. And it's just sitting at just over 5,000 miles, and it's just ready to run. And that body kit on it, I absolutely love the body kit. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen many bikes with a similar body kit, so that's something that's very cool about the ZZR. Is it's a unique bike, especially whenever you put a body kit on it, because it looks completely different. Even if you have like the monster kit on it, it looks completely different than it does on like a ZX6R versus the J-model. So, but yeah, that's gonna be about it. This thing is I don't want to take it back. I really don't. I know I say that about a lot of bikes, but I've got a trip to make today. It's going to be about 100 miles, and I just want to take this wow, my voice is really getting crazy. I just want to take this thing. It would be so much fun to take this instead of one of my bikes. Just power on tap at any time, and it's just up and running. And it's, I don't know what to tell you on this one. It's comfortable. It's got not too aggressive of a stance. Actually has your hands farther forward, so you get a more relaxed stance in the saddle. So it's going to be something that's more comfortable to ride for extended periods of time versus something with a more aggressive stance that you're only going to have 100 miles, maybe an hour before you're really going to want to get off the bike and take a short break. So this one, that's going to be it. See, come on over by the website, greencyclesalvage.com. We're constantly updating things there. Use the widget if you're looking for parts over on the right side of the homepage. And you can like us on Facebook, and you can find us there at Green's Motorcycle Salvage. And I guess I'll talk to you all sometime.